first of all, I kind of want to touch on what some of the key priorities we're seeing here at Civo are for kind of like individuals and enterprises at the minute. And so the first one, obviously, kind of like no surprise, it's a topic of the presentation, but the first one's agentic AI. So agents are definitely dominating the AI space at the minute. And instead of kind of like simple one-shot interactions that a lot of you would be used to using kind of like the traditional user interface with these large language models, you traditionally put in a prompt and you get a response back, and there's a very obvious kind of like human in the loop interaction there. But now actually what we're seeing is that we're seeing a shift away from that, especially kind of like in businesses and enterprises, where now agents are actually expected to solve multi-step, rather complex problems completely unguided by humans. So take, for example, from a coder's perspective, we see that software development is completely revolutionized, right? Whereby traditionally it would be completely orchestrated by humans. Obviously, now we're actually seeing the resurgence of like vibe coded projects, and we've seen vibe coded projects actually reach their way to production, right? So it's completely revolutionized the way software developers work. But say from a business perspective and a business process perspective, we're actually seeing kind of like full end-to-end business processes completely being performed by agentic AI. Hopefully you're going to see one of those today. So the second key priority that we're seeing for both individuals and enterprises is around cost efficiency and predictability. So kind of like just to start to kind of like exemplify the importance of this. So in early 2024, the average token usage across all AI applications as reported by Google was around 9.8 trillion tokens. So again, over all AI applications was around 9.8 trillion tokens. Nowadays, that's actually closer to 1.3 quadrillion tokens. So that's over 130x increase in just under 2 years. So what that means is inevitably businesses are going to start looking elsewhere away from the main players in the AI market for cheaper alternatives. I think what we're seeing definitely here at Relax AI and Civo is because the parity and kind of like the difference between the open source AI community and the closed source community is forever shrinking. We're actually seeing businesses turn away from the main players in the AI space, the hyperscalers like OpenAI and Claude, and looking to this kind of like more democratized AI approach where people are looking to smaller AI vendors who are actually hosting some really, really powerful models, but they're hosting them at a fraction of the price. So we're completely seeing a revolution, the AI space revolutionize, and kind of like the attention coming away from the main players in the space over the past few years. So the third big priority is around observability. I think this was always a hot topic in the AI space anyway, because people were kind of like so-called concerned about black box thinking and things like that. But observability is key now that LLMs and agents are becoming kind of like decision makers in heavily regulated industries. So we're seeing kind of like agents make decisions in pharmaceuticals, from my experience, or healthcare or finance. And therefore, these kind of reasoning models that print out their like chain of thoughts are becoming really, really powerful for kind of like justifying AI's actions, right? And if you kind of like sign up to Relax AI at the end of this presentation, start to use some of the reasoning models that we have, you can see a really kind of like thoughtful approach from some of these agents. And hopefully you're going to see that in action today. And the final kind of priority that we're seeing for both individuals and enterprises around sovereignty and privacy, and it's the main aspect that I'm going to be talking about today when I come on to Relax AI. So 100% we're seeing organizations becoming very cautious about where they're putting their data, especially around AI. And I think that comes as a consequence of kind of numerous malpractice from these AI hyperscalers. So it won't be completely arduous task to research some of the poor practices that people like ChatGPT have done about people's data, the lack of compliance with like GDPR, and also things like distributing people's data internationally around data centers around the world means that people who are in the UK are no longer like subject to only UK sovereign law, right? So what we're seeing in the UK especially is a big shift moving away from the big players of the US and actually realizing the importance of local data control, where when you put your data into an LLM, it goes to a data center that's only in the UK, say London. It's encrypted on rest, it's stored locally on the GPU, and it never leaves that. And it never leaves UK borders, right? So it's only ever subject to UK sovereign law. And especially in heavily regulated industries, that is a primary concern for a lot of our users.